Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. It's going to be a haul and unhaul video. So basically books that are leaving my book collections and the ones that are coming in or have been. I haven't done a haul in like a year and a half. So it's been a while, but you'll see a few books I've been accumulating, like I said, and I also had a friend that left at my door a few books that they were getting rid of, which we always love getting any books pretty much. And I was also preparing myself to do a reorganizing video, which hopefully you'll see in August. And I realized that I still had a bunch of books that I'm not going to read or that I don't want to keep. I probably will still find more, to be real, whenever I do reorganize my bookshelves. But like I'm feeling very like spring cleany. And I just didn't want to keep, like, I have like 10 books that I missed in my unhaul video. I usually do them once a year. I'll link it down below. I did it in June and it was a huge one, but I still had a bunch. Actually, Illumine, which was in my rainbow shelves. I keep forgetting to remove books from these shelves. That's why you're seeing holes right now, because I'm about to reorganize and I got rid of some books in there. So let's go through them, because why not? I just did a challenge reading my Pile of Shame. Attempted to read this one because I had unfinished it like 5 years ago. I had been right here at page 131 and I never continued, and I attempted to do it again as an audiobook, could not get into it. So like it's just time for me to get rid of it. It's not a bad edition, but it's magical realism and we know not my jam, and it's okay. I realized that I still had 2 books by Neil Gaiman on my shelves, which, why? I have admitted that I wasn't going to read any more books by him. He was part of the authors I'm not planning on reading more from, because I never end up enjoying his stuff. He's very popular, but it's okay to just admit that not my jam. So I'm getting rid of The Graveyard Book, which I had been telling myself maybe I'll try it because like it's a children's book, but why? I have so many other books on my shelves that I want to read. Why would I attempt to read something that I probably won't like? Like I'm all for like getting out of my comfort zone, but there's a limit. And then this one, Anansi Boys, which I think is the second book after another one. I think it's American Gods. Is that possible? Either way, I haven't read it. I've already gotten rid of it. So not going to happen, and it's okay. Same thing with Rainbow Rowell. I actually already got rid of whatever that one, Eleanor and Park. I don't know if I put it in my unhaul video, but that one and this one, which is Carry On, I'm not going to read more by her. I've also included her in that video where I'm not planning on reading more from authors. I've read, what, 2 or 3 of her books, didn't enjoy them like whatsoever, so why would I? The only reason I hesitated with this one is the fact that it's a magical school, which is one of my favorite settings. However, I did read portions of it that were in like Fangirls, and I wanted to skip them every single time. I know this is super popular. I know everyone will say that it's so much better, but like, it's okay. Like at this point, I don't enjoy that many YA books. And the hype ones, like the older ones from Booktube, like when I started Booktube 5 years ago, very often I don't enjoy them. Like the more modern ones, there are definitely some, but like, I know I won't. It's okay. It's okay. Someone else will be super excited to find them, you know, at a future library sale. Recently read this one, which is The Magician's Guild by Trudy Canavan. I didn't hate this one. There's also Magical School, although we don't really get much. I feel like the first book in a series is like feeling like a prologue. However, that section of my bookshelf, way too full, like literally books spilling every time I touch a book in that section. I'm planning on going to IKEA or like pick up order to get, you can get addition, like one more shelf for your Billy bookshelves. So I will hopefully have more space in that section of mostly YA fantasy books, but just fantasy books, because there's no space. So I'm gonna make space. I didn't hate this. I think someone else will be happy to find it. I will most likely look into reading Booktube because everyone was like talking about it, but I don't need to keep it on my shelves. 3 that I did not read. I rarely get rid of books I haven't read. I don't know why I'm like, but it's okay to just admit that some of them will not work for me. So that's the reason this shelf is empty right now. First off, I completely forgot I own this book. Someone commented about it in the comment section. I was like, oh, true, I own this. Forbidden. I saw this on Booktube again when I started watching videos on here. And this is about incest. And honestly, I've read my fair share on Booktube. But not really, like one or two, which was enough for me. So no, I'm not into reading books for the shocking value unless they are really interesting. So no. Also, I've realized a pattern. I was looking at my stats when I did a video about, you know, midpoint of the year, looking how things are going. And I've noticed that a lot of the like book clubs, like contemporary fiction books, I don't like them. They're often supposed to make you feel good, but it rarely works for me. And it's okay to just admit it, noticing the patterns and just making my reading more enjoyable. So I'm getting rid of two that are like that. The first one is Where Do You Go, Bernadette, which became a movie, didn't watch it. I have no interest. Like, why am I doing this? And the second one is this one, which is The Rosie Project. I feel like this is the one everyone is going to be like, no, you need to read it. Like, I think it's the same trope. Is it an older man and a young little girl? I feel like that's something I've seen a lot. And they're cute. But I think I enjoy them more as movie because it's like 2 hours of my life instead of like 12. So, meh. Last but not least is a book that I have read, but I know someone else will be super excited to get their hands on this one. This is a memory called Empire, which is an adult sci-fi book with a ton of political intrigue. And I thought I was going to love this, and I felt so indifferent. So it just, seeing it on my shelf just doesn't bring me joy. So I'll make that space because once again, this whole bookshelf is sci-fi and it's getting a little full. Now we get to the books that I have been purchasing for the last couple of months. Actually, you know what? Let's start with one that's funny. I'm laughing at myself here because that's literally my favorite thing to do. I am currently reading, do not fall. Okay, fall. I'm currently reading, you can't tell, The End World, and I am enjoying it very much so. To my surprise, I'm not gonna lie. And I realized that I had hauled more than one book back in the day, super long time ago, actually, library sale, I think. And I was wondering, why did I only have the first book on my shelf? What happened? Did I like get rid of some because I moved? And I knew I got rid of some books because moving like 500 books was way too much. And I went and checked, and in between boxes, because yes, I still have boxes in my basement, I found this, which is all crooked because, like I said, it was squeezed a little bit. I found book 2. I don't think I kept the other one. If I had picked up more than one, I thought I had picked up 3. Anyway, this is the sequel. This is book 2, The Great Hunt. So if I end up enjoying book 1, I will have book 2. I didn't technically purchase it, but it hasn't been on my shelf in 2 years, so it's new to me. Come on, I had to laugh at myself. I think this is hilarious. So yes, I do have, I can't put it there. It's like really crooked. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. Probably going to put something really heavy on it. But yes, book 2 in the Wheel of Time series. And I'm just happy I don't have to buy it again. I really want to go to library sales or like Value Village. I have had my second vaccine, and I know I could wear like a mask and stuff, but like I'll wait a little bit more. But whenever I can, I will be hopefully buying more of the series if obviously I enjoyed the first one. But so far, it's really much better than I expected. So I'm hopeful. 3 books that I got because of TikTok. I want to do a little series of reading really popular books on TikTok because I find that the ones that I haven't read or that I haven't seen that much on Booktube seems interesting, obviously, because people are raving about them. A few are out of my comfort zones, but a few I'm like interested enough that I want to try. The first one is the most out of my comfort zone, but it screams like summer reading, which I feel like I'm more open to reading like romance or contemporaries or just like things that are lighter. So I picked up The Unhoneymooners, which I know, definitely not something that I would usually pick up, but look at that bright cover. It just screams summer to me. And if I remember correctly, you're following a woman who goes on a honeymoon with basically her sworn enemy, and they have to pretend they're in love, and like, I guess they fall in love. And you know what? I want to try it. So here I am. Let me know if you have enjoyed it. Please don't let me know if you hate it because I want to go into it hopeful. But it just screams like beach read to me. Right? I feel like I read a couple every year during the summer, and it's just a perfect time. And hopefully the sun will come out because it has been raining literally every day for like 3 weeks. So please bring the sun for us. The next two are definitely more my cup of tea, I think, because they have magic. The first one is a YA fantasy, and it is Legendborn. I have heard so many great things about this one. A lot of people seem to enjoy it. I believe there's LGBTQ plus representation, and you're following this young girl who goes to special school, high school, and after her mom died, and then she sees, I think it's the Legendborn, basically people with magic. I don't know, okay? I like to go into my books pretty blind, but I have heard so many people give this book 5 stars, and I wanted to try it because, like I said, I haven't read that many YA books that I have enjoyed lately, and I'm very, again, hopeful that this one will work out. It has 500 pages, but I feel like YA books are less intimidating when they are this big because the writing is pretty big. But yes, let me know if you have read that one, if you enjoyed it. Maybe I'll do like these two for the first video. Let me know if that's something you would be into, because I was thinking maybe doing it like as a vlog, maybe in August. It will help me cut a little bit from all the big books I'm hoping to read, even though they're both over like 300 pages, but still. And the last one, not gonna lie, I partially got it because of the cover. In my defense, I rarely do this, but it's also fantasy, adult fantasy with magic, so look at this gorgeous book. This is the Atlas 6, which frankly, I'm getting strong witchy vibes, strong like dark academia vibes, and I feel like this is going to make for some really great pictures on Instagram. Come on, it's so amazing. Anyway, I believe this one also, like I said, has like a magical school, but that's pretty much all I know, and I'm okay with it. I will go into it pretty blind. So these are the first 3 I'm thinking of reading because of like TikTok. If you have any other great recommendation, please let me know. But these are the first contenders. I'll probably read like 1 or 2 per vlog and let you know how it goes. Okay, next are the few used books that a friend gave to me. Most of them are classics. Actually, let me start with the only one that isn't. This one, which is The Buried Giant. I just recognize the author. Straight up. I do have Never Let Me Go on my shelf. I have seen the movie. My mistake. I prefer to read the book before watching the movie, but I didn't know it was a book. So I wanted to try more from this author eventually, so I have this book, so maybe I'll pick it up eventually. Hopefully not maybe. The rest are classics. So the first one, I have seen scenes of the movie, but I still don't know anything about it. It is Atonement, which I just know that Keira Knightley is in it. And I think it's about that little girl. She sees her sister like doing stuff with like a man and like it's creating drama. That's pretty much all I know. But yes, never read it. I think it's a nice cover too, which I usually don't like people in my covers, but at least she's not like straight up on this the cover. I'm saying that, and this one is like that. This one I'm more mad about the sticker. Like why are you putting a sticker on a pretty cover? Like, or any book really. Like it's not something I can even easily remove. Like I'm glad you got an award, but like you ruined the book. The next one is The Tenant of Welfare Hall by Anne Bronte. I have read Jane Eyre by Sister, and I wanted to try something else. I actually am thinking of including this one next year whenever I do my classic challenge. So let me know if that's something you would be into, this specific one, because like I said, I've only read the other book by Sister, and I believe this one is about like a woman wanting a divorce, which seems pretty progressive for the time. I thought this one was smaller. Like I thought it was a shorter book, but it has like 400 pages. I don't know if it's my edition or something. Well, my friend's edition that is now mine. So yes, that's a possible contender for that challenge next year. And the next one is Middlemarch, which I know literally nothing about, but it's a classic. And again, I do actually overall like this cover. I am terrified of it because it has about 700 pages, but I'm trying to not be too scared of big books. Big classics are really overwhelming. Like I just finished The Count of Monte Cristo, and like 1400 pages was a lot. It did take me 3 years, but it was a lot. And last but not least, Virginia Woolf. I just recognize the author. This is A Room of One's Own. Know literally nothing about it. It's fairly pretty, and it's very, very short, so a lot less scary. So let me know if you know anything about it, because I don't. The next one is a book that one of you actually got me. Thank you so much for anyone that got me something for my birthday. I didn't do any haul because I had like literally no books accumulated at that point. By the way, thank you for Rhythm of War. I'll put your name on the screen because with my accent, that H is very dangerous. But thank you. Also, thank you to Pia for getting me Blood Child by Octavia E. Butler. I've been mentioning how much I want to read more by her. And this one is a short story collection. And I'm hoping I'm not misremembering because I will sound absolutely insane, but I believe there's one of the stories where it's first contact with aliens and men end up being pregnant, which sounds interesting because she tends to use sci-fi to talk about serious topics, so maybe like reproductive rights, maybe? Or maybe I'm imagining the whole thing. We'll have to see. And the last two are nonfiction. The first one is Women, Race, and Class, which you can get online. There's the PDF, but I wanted to own my own copy so I could actually maybe not write in it. I don't think I'm there yet, but definitely put some post-its for any interesting parts or quotes. So just wanted to own my own copy, so I got it. Last but not least, I picked up this one, which is Women Who Run with the Wolves, Myths and Stories of the Wild Woman Archetype. It's basically someone exploring all the myth and fairy tales and stories about women, just to, you know, feminism. So I wanted to also read that one. That sounded interesting. I'm a little scared now that I see it in person because it's written so small, but I probably can just read a little bit by a little bit. So yes, these are all the books I have picked up in the last couple of months. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just making me want to own more books. Like, I really, really miss going to used bookstores. Hopefully that will happen soon. But yes, I think it was interesting to also have like some books are leaving and some books are coming in. Maybe something I can do more often. I will go and continue to laugh at myself for this one because, like, how did I forget I own this book? That's gonna be it. Thumbs up, subscribe. I will be putting more books on the screen that I recommend, more videos that I recommend you check out. Let me know if you have read any of these, which ones I should focus on maybe for vlog. Are you interested? And I will see you in an upcoming video very soon. Bye.